Yeah, these buildings. So here.
Yes, so I want
Here.
you to take this picture and see if you can see this.
Hi viewers, so currently we are in front of the James Fort prison. I mean the former James Fort prison. Behind me is the James Fort prison, and then we have a cenotaph here. And right in front of me here is the lighthouse. At the far back is a Bible house, which has its historical value. Alute is going to talk to us about it. And then we have the Manchagbona. It's not Manchagbona, it's Manchagbona. It's a noun. So there's a football going on right there. And so we'll still continue our tour of Jamestown.
The reservoir you saw there.
Yeah, reservoir.
Now you think we are being elitist. We are not elitist.
Slave tunnel.
It's no damn slave tunnel.
Slave.
This thing here.
Okay.
Come. This beautiful. That looks like a Chinese pagoda. It's a drinking fountain. For the Accra Waterworks. And it was commissioned in 1910. So 113, 115 years ago, you could come to Jamestown and just drink water. Right here, right here. It's a water fountain. You could come here and just drink water. 115 years later, it's as dry as you have it. And the water, I'm sure, came from that.
I mean, how do you have a water reservoir with the steps in it? Steps?
It's a reservoir. It's a reservoir because people have got to go and service it. That is why the steps are there, for people to go in and fix things.
But isn't that too far from...
No.
Still insisting.
Now, we're going to cross over and go to Mr. Barnum's original studio quickly.
But this is a cenotaph, right?
Pardon? Yes, this is a World War memorial.
Memorial, yeah.
And next to it is the James Fort.
Yeah. Oh, so that's a water fountain.
Yes.
Nice.
I mean, it also shows how developed Jamestown was.
Yeah. They are even shocked though. We are all shocked. Jamestown was a beautiful place.
Yes.
Like.
The thing.
Yeah, it's an equal preserve. I restore some of the buildings.
So there was a picture here of this place. And it has disappeared. So let's cross quickly.
So the building you are seeing there is a new building.
It's a Latter-day Saint that used to be.
That used to be
the
Seaview Hotel.
Yeah.
It was the very first hotel to be built, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good evening. Good
evening.
So this, can you see the building?
Yeah.
So this is the building. This building here. This is Mr. Barnum's original studio. Can you see the picture?
Yeah.
And then sea view.
Yeah, sea
And then, yeah. Yeah. And it's funny, not so long ago, you could even see the writing under the, now it's been painted a lot more.
Okay.
Over and over and over.
Ever young.
Yes. That's what, because he said he made people look young. When he took the pictures, he made them look young. You know? Yeah, it is beautiful, isn't it? And look at how it's all changed. You know, there's a nicer one with a Mercedes-Benz right there in front of the CV Hotel. There's a building behind it.
Building, yeah, it's a strong. I remember, but I didn't have any but I don't know where in Nigeria or so. The teacher was our teacher, so but they kept few things, and then they stopped.
You still want to see the old Accra Academy?
Where is it?
It's behind here. It's really not on our way. Come this way, Billy. So, can you see this picture? It's right. It was taken from across the road, I believe.
Ever young.
Yes.
Like,
right there. So the picture was taken from
was standing here.
In that corner. Yeah, or somewhere about there. Right? Because those are the things. And you see the memorial. Add names of West African capitals. So they have MV Accra, MV Lagos, MV Bathurst, which was Gambia, and MV Freetown.
Okay.
And I'll give you a little piece of information for nothing. The bell at Accra Academy comes from the ship MV Accra. Okay. All right. Now, this is the Ellen House is where Accra Academy started. Of course, this is built 1918. Accra Academy started in 1931. So next year we're going to be 95 years. Now, the building was owned by the Buckles. The man James Buckle, he lived next door.
The Palmer Buckles family.
They're part of this family, and they're also from Sierra Leone. You know, but Accra Academy is the first school built by indigenous Gold Coasters. Yeah. The first schools built by Africans was the Accra High School, built by Sierra Leoneans, right? Now, until then, all the schools was the colonial government and the missionaries. So Fansmim, Adisadel, Augustine's, Wesley Girls, Holy Child, were all missionary schools. And of course, Achimota School, which was built by the colonial government. Yeah. So Accra Academy was the first independent school. It started as a private school, but I mean, eventually, a fee-paying school, but you know, people won't pay to come here, so you have to let people in, and it became a very good school. Yours truly went to Accra Academy.
Blow.
Yes, 78 to 83, and one of the four founders is my grand uncle. So the house we went to, Akotoku Academy with the boxing gym, that's our family home. That's where KG Konwa, one of the four founders, comes from. That's where he was born.
So there's a Konwa.
That's the Konwa house. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And then after he was headmaster, my grandfather AK Konwa became headmaster. Okay. Right. And I'm one of a few, about 5 or 6 people who went to Accra Academy in our family. Okay. But my mother won't let me go anywhere else but Accra Academy. She said, you're going to go to your family school, whether you like it or not. Yes. They moved from here about in the 1960s. And at the time when they moved there, I think my grandfather was headmaster. And he supervised the building of the new site. Now, Accra Academy, of course, became so good and popular, they had to build a newer space to accommodate it. The woman, Ellen, is the wife of James Buckle, and Ellen was a bannerman. Her father was a bannerman. And there's a bannerman house just over there. St. Edmunds, it was called. It's built in 1890 something, 1898 or something, 1888 or 1887. And then they had another house behind called Takwa House, where it was famed that the governor used to come for dinner. And apparently they would block the whole street for the governor when the governor came, right? I mean, the Bannermans were a very elite family.
I mean, at a point, the Bannermans were ruling Accra.
The lieutenant governor in Osu. Yeah. Yes. So at the moment, it's for sale, and if I can afford it, I'll buy it and live here, because this area is a nice area to live in.
It's for sale?
It's for sale. The 2 buildings. Can't you see?
Okay,
it's for sale. So, but it'll be nice.
It's still very strong. It looks strong.
It looks strong. I mean, there's some work to be done on it, but the 2 buildings, they come as a pair. I'm not advertising for anyone, but I mean, I want to buy it myself.
I think Ghana should buy it and
no, Accra Academy people should buy it.
Yeah.
And turn it into an alumni house like the Adisado people have done.
Okay.
In East Legon, yeah. So anytime we have a big anniversary, we always come here because this is our ancestral space.
Okay.
Yes. And this is where the Bleo name was coined.
Oh, why Bleo?
So
of all the names, why Bleo?
So the story goes that they were going to the Agri Shield in Kumasi, and they were on the same train as the Achimotans. And I hear the Achimotans were making a lot of noise on the train.
Okay.
And the Kraka people were very quiet, you know. And the man called Ajintete, who was a national athlete and coach, he told the Kraka boys, he was also a student, he was an athlete, he told them, just blow, calm down, blow, don't mind them, let them shout. And then when we went to the Agri Shield, we won the Agri Shield. And so on the way back, we were now the loud people, but we won the Agri Shield. There's another counter story of Mr. Kuma, who is a surgeon, orthopedic surgeon, who was an athlete. And he told me the story. He said, my grandfather was so mad about Kuma won all his races. Ben Kuma won all his races. And when they got to Accra, he made them give him a guard of honor to walk through. He says, he wanted to win everything. That's the story of Accra Academy, and that's what the Bleo is about. Yeah. You know, of course, you know, Accra Academy was such a wonderful experience for me. It builds character. Yeah. And I mean, it's still a boys' school up to today. Yeah. And you know, everybody has their own experience of Accra Academy. Yeah. That's where my boxing came to the fore. You know. Yeah. And I fought once. Entertainment evening was boxing night, and I fought Charles Taki. We called him Sea Rabbit. Yeah. And the prize for the fight, whether you won or not, was a box of fan milk. Yeah. So me in the second round, I threw the fight. He hit me on the shoulder, and I went down because I wanted my milk. And he came and hit me hard on the floor. I wasn't coming up. But then I had my nickname, Acro, from Sam Akroma, the boxer. Acro, the whole school was Acro, Acro. So I went down, and I never came up. And I got my milk. The moral of the story is always drink your milk. Let's go.
From the blazing sun to the night, we are still touring Jamestown, and Alute is taking us to another place. We still don't know the name of the place yet, but stick and stay with us, and you know, we'll go and show you more of Jamestown. Straight.
Now I'm not concerned about the diet again.
This is James.
Yes.
Harbor. Oh,
it's the harbor.
I even have another very old picture of it.
It's the harbor. So these men, James Barnum, Mr. Barnum was commissioned to take pictures, a woman who imported flour. Okay. So was commissioned to take pictures of the flour being dislodged because the ship stayed in the middle of the ocean, and these small boats, they were called surf boats or so. They will be taken to the middle of the ocean. The heavy goods will be lifted with a winch and dropped into the boat. And then when they came, they offloaded them onto the dry land. Okay. And this is just here. We're going to go upstairs. Okay. But these men were crewmen from Liberia. Ooh. You know when you hear crew for, because our girl people refused. I won't say our Ghana people, because our people refuse to work
to carry this kind of
work for the pay that was being offered. That's some of the history. You can refer to it in the book Making the Town, John Parker's book. Okay. This picture is a picture of crew people imported from Liberia to come and work as laborers in the harbor. Because there was a shortage of laborers, and they couldn't get that kind of manpower from our Ghana community. They even built a special estate for them in this area called Crew Town.
Crew Town, yeah.
It was called Crew Town.
Where is Crew Town? I've been here.
It's right behind this Simpe area, Freeman Church. Crew Town is around here.
Wow.
Somebody might have to point it out. But
so they brought the pigeon we have now, Crew Brofo.
Possible, yes. Crew, that's why it's called Crew Brofo. Now, mind you, this harbor was a shallow harbor, so the ships stayed in the middle of the ocean and were loaded and offloaded by these small surf boats. And so everything that came, even was rumored. I mean, I've talked about this. Even when people brought cars were put on the boats and then they were rowed to the shore. That's what I've heard.
It's possible.
But there's a famous French photographer who came and did a lot of pictures here. I'll find the reference and let you know. But years later, a few years ago, another French photographer came, Olivier Barthélemy, to follow in the footsteps of the pictures that this French photographer took. Now we're going to go to the top, and you'll see the new fish landing site.
Okay.
And see the harbor as it is now, but what it was before is now all in pictures.
Okay. So harbor's rebuilt.
Yes.
We're going to see the new harbor. Has it been commissioned?
Yes, it has.
Yeah. So. Wow. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this is nice.
Yeah. So this is the new one. As we see it now, the old one you can all see it in pictures.
Yeah.
Now, I know we bypassed the James Fort. Of course, a lot of people come to this part of Accra and they say, I'm going to Jamestown. As soon as they get to Salaga, they say, I'm in Jamestown. That's not Jamestown, that's Asha Town.
Asha Town, yeah.
Right? This is Jamestown now.
Jamestown.
So James Fort, Jamestown, Asha Fort, Asha Town. James Fort was a sacred grove owned by the Simpe people. And I think it's like Royal Association of Merchants or Royal British Association of Merchants. They were given the land by the Simpe people to build their fort. All forts need very high ground because it's for security, so they can see very far. And they built it. Now next to it was the Simpe shrine. The Simpe deity is called Uyeni. And one of the shrines is right there next to the fort. So they built the fort outside the shrine. The shrine is right behind the, I think it was like the prison master's residence. There's some building there where people at the prisons worked.
Right here?
Next to the building.
Okay.
So every year after Homo, the shrine is opened for everyone to come for some divine intervention. Now, if you need a husband, people come, they need children, they need husbands, they need wives, they need money. Everybody comes and offers a prayer. But when you come in, you go to the Simpe Palace, where you go and cleanse. You know, the nyanyira with some leaves and, you know, liquids that you wash your face, you wash your hair, you wash your feet with before you go for you go and get you go and be prayed for. As a Simpe man, it's my duty to go.
Oh, you're from Simpe?
Yes, my name Alotedi knows I'm from Simpe.
Ah.
So it's called Moebiegbo. So every Simpe person can go, it's free, but you take a gift of money and a bottle of something, schnapps, gin. So my first time, I didn't know. I took a bottle of Castle Bridge, which was very expensive. Later on now, I take cheaper because can you imagine all the people who go? There's so much drink, but they don't even use your own drink to pour libation. They pour a little and they pour libation for you. Okay. Now, some people might think this is, they'll call it paganism. It's not. This is our thing. This is what we do, you know, and we do it all over. We're doing it before Christianity came. We shall continue doing it.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that in this community, people have dual spiritual, you know, practices. They go to church and then they come home and pour a little libation. You know, you know, when we outdoor children, we pour libation.
Yeah.
When we have state functions, we pour libation. So it is very important for us to hold on to these things. On last Thursday, when they lifted the band and they played the first drums, there was libation. You know, even the Vatican has rituals. So we shouldn't be ashamed of our rituals, because we're getting to the point where we're pushing our rituals to the back and putting somebody else's ritual in front. Okay, so that is, I've been 3 times, and the first time they prayed, and I said, me, I want wellness and, you know, health and wellness. And they prayed and they added money. And the following day, I got a big tour and I made some money. But the thing is, I was thinking that if it really works like that, then nobody should be poor in this community. But I asked myself that question and I answered. And perhaps it kind of adds capacity. So if you sold oranges, you sell more oranges. You won't wake up and have a bag of dollars sitting or CDs sitting on your doorstep, right? And for people who believe, it's up to them. You know, I went as a participant observer, and I couldn't go last year, but I still go because it's for me. It's my simple thing. So I'll go and do it. I'll go and practice it. The same way other people practice other things all over the country and all over the world. You know, so it's called Moebiegbo, and the deity is Oyeni, and it's a female deity. Okay. So you see, we've been doing gender equality for a long time.
So there is even gender equality amongst the gods.
Yes. So this place, we call it Franklin Lodge. The family that owns it currently are called the Franklins. And it's supposed to have been a European trading post, Portuguese. It was built by the Portuguese. And I think it's about 300 or 400 years old. Now, of course, what was traded here was slaves. Some of the documents I've seen show that all the bottom spaces were slave-holding cells. Now, here, there's an underground tunnel that goes to the sea, but the ocean is just there.
Okay, so why the tunnel?
It was behind this building and it's been blocked.
We can see them.
The ocean is just there. So there was.
There was a... Okay. So I'll see how this one looks like.
You can't see it. It's filled up. It was supposed to have been here. It's supposed to have been here. That goes all the way to the ocean.
Here?
Yeah, here. It goes to the ocean, right?
The tunnel was here?
Yes. It goes down and then it goes to the ocean. Yeah. And even with that, apparently, there's reasons for, don't go back. The reasons for that was also to bring in illicit goods and take out illicit goods. So for instance, you know, smuggled stuff. Yeah. So all of those spaces were supposedly slave-holding cells. Now, so the people, you know, they lived here, I think, in the 70s.
Okay, the Franklins.
The Franklins, they lived here. And their mother lived here for a long time. I think their father was European, was British. Okay. Their mother lived here for a long time and left. I mean, so apparently when they were excavating the the underground bypass, they found stuff like chains and manacles and shackles and stuff, which were taken, was handed over to the Museums and Monuments Board. Now, a lot of all these buildings, some of it has been patched up with concrete, but originally it wasn't concrete. It was clay. The holding agent was clay. And then when you see inside, when this was built, they didn't have cement. So all of that was something that was added on later. Yes. And even this is not part of original because it has cement in it.
So they used it to restore.
They built this. They built this
part of it.
Yeah, this part of it later. Now there's a story. There used to be a story that they called it a ballast theory, and it means that when the Europeans were coming, they would fill their boats with stones to be able to do the crossing, because they were mainly really coming to pick up human cargo. And they would fill their boats with stones to be able to do the crossing from Europe here. Because you can't, when you have a light boat, the waves can easily take them out. Now, that has been debunked to an extent, because just behind here is a big stone formation. And it's believed that all these stones were cut from right behind here to build this place. I mean, the architecture is just wonderful. This is not on any UN protected list, but it will be worth a while to protect it and save it. Preservation would be in order, and turn it into a space where it can be used as a learning resource, and the stories that will be told besides it. I mean,
this is actually very
I mean, my simplest thing, when you go to Charleston in the U.S., South Carolina, they have a lot of slave exhibitions and slave spaces, and all they do is just use these banners with the stories on it all the way around, so we can have the stories and people come in and they just experience the place with the stories, well-researched stories. That's what I see for this place. Other than that, restoration will be too expensive. And even when you go to the back, the sea is just there. The retaining wall is breaking down. So very soon, maybe one day, this place is just going to cave in. I don't know what you would do with it if you bought it. But in the Brazil house next door, right there, it was refurbished, and it was for some time. For some time, it was a space for disseminating Brazilian African exchange. So there was an exhibition, and there was like a museum, and eventually it was closed down. So it's no longer, and it of course has been used as the epicenter, the headquarters for Charlie Watte. When it was in this area. So.
And actually, that house were actually freed slaves, right?
Freed Africans from Brazil. Now the other thing is that the building next to it was a UAC space as well, United African Company. And you remember the UAC, the book I showed at that conference a few weeks ago.
UAC is a current Unilever, right?
UAC and Lever Brothers combined to become Unilever. Yes.
Okay.
So the picture that I put here was Ike Nyami and Kwabnokan coming out of that archway. And I put it here because this is where the picture belongs to. The funny thing is that it was the first picture to disappear. Anytime I put it on the wall, somebody took it down, and now they can't find it. But when I'm in this, they can't find it, so it's okay, But it's I can always print another one and put it here and put it next to the tailor's place, and then. But that one we'll get to it when we'll cross that threshold when we get there.
Thank you.
Of a show, music in the old city. And we invited the National Symphony Orchestra, who played here. The National Symphony Orchestra played here, with a lady called Anna Hoffman. She's on Dreamgirls, sang on Dreamgirls in New York, Broadway, and it was a nice show. But the show was also to show, it was just to show how this place can be used.
Yes.
You know, the potential of this place. And, you know, it's sitting here every day and is dying.
Yeah.
But, you know, you walked in and you saw how the light just changed the place and makes it look nice, you know.
This is crazy. This is
Yeah.
good.
You know, whenever I saw this, it could be that this could be also a reservoir. Reservoir for water. But it looks like a loop bay, you know, the one you have in the gas stations for when they do the oil changes, that you drive over it and people go down.
Yeah.
It looks like one of those. It looks like one of those.
It looks like a garage.
It does.
Because this is actually a room, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
This place is crazy, oh.
Kolomashi movement, of course, is the activist movement, and Kolomashi is colonizer, leave. Yes, something like that. So this is Oko Kolomashi with Kwame Nkrumah. And the Kolomashi was this big dance, like Jama, and they start from Accra, and when you hear it come, you can join it. They dance all the way, march all the way to like Ajabe. My uncle told me some of the stories I've heard is Ajabe and Kingsway,
Yeah.
and march back. The kids will join, some of the kids will join them, parents are looking for them, where are they? So probably this is on my mother's side, my grandfather left his two oldest boys to their aunt, and when they'll disappear with the Kolomashi, and the aunt will be so worried because the man had gone on, he had been transferred to the north. You know, so where am I? So where are they? Hey, we can be in there now. Come and like Gemini market. You know? So, but you know, those days there was not much crime. There's even here today, there's not a lot of crime.
Yeah.
Kids don't disappear. Every child belongs to the village.
Yeah.
Right? You know, they say it takes one to have a child. The village truly looks after the child here. So, you know, but you know, I had to put this picture here, and this is just one of two Kwame Nkrumah pictures that I put. But all are very, very important. But I had to cover all the spaces. So I had the Obecha Bilamte and JB Dankwa, and I have Kwame Nkrumah. Yes.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair.
Let's go.
Oh, this.
So this is the original poster, the banner for the show.
I remember this.
Remember you saw this?
Yeah, but this is older. Oh, Barclays.
Yes.
Barclays, yeah.
Yeah. So the picture is Adosika.
Dominique, when I was schooling here, we had this kind of person here. It was shorts. That was like 80 something.
Now, this story here is very, you know, so these women are sisters of a previous Gamanche, Nita Kekomi. Yeah? And the day we put them up, there's a guy called Nati actually. Usofu Nati actually is a good friend of mine. You know, he's a good friend of the Jamestown Cafe. He walks up and says, Alote, that's my grandmother. I said, wow. He said, this is exactly why these pictures are here. For people to also make links of the people in the pictures. So it turns out that, you know, Mr. Mensah,
Ata Mensah,
Ebenezer Lati,
of the
apparently,
showcase in Ghana.
yeah, he's related to these women.
Oh.
And this is from that actually. I mean, I can, but these are the sisters of the chief of the Gamanche. You know, look at how elegant they look.
Yeah.
Look at how clean their spaces are.
Yes.
You know, and you know they're sitting on stools. It means that they're regal. You know, they're royalty. Now the other picture is of Watu. It's a color picture of Watu.
Oh,
but I'm going to find, because we once took this picture to Watu and took the picture right in front of Watu. It's right here. So just,
Watu is still there.
Yeah.
This one.
But yeah, this one I'll show you.
It's here.
Yeah.
They are Indians, right? Shabibs.
Yes, they're Indians.
Yeah.
And then the Chabibs built it, and the first people to, they were the first Indians, some of the first Indians to settle in Ghana.
In Ghana, yeah.
And then the Lebanese who, oh no, I think the Lebanese were the Chabibs, but the Lebanese who rented it were the first Lebanese, some of the first Lebanese families that came to Ghana. But see how clean Accra was. See that?
Yeah. Look.
Yes.
Look at the. Oh my days.
Now, and that was Luttrell Street.
Luttrell Street.
And
Yeah.
Luttrell Street, yes. Luttrell Street also had one of the big photography families, the Luttrells. And they had a studio there. They had businesses that spanned the coast of West Africa. Wow. You know, they had business in Sierra Leone, Gambia, and I'm sure they went to Nigeria as well. You know, they were, I think they were before Diogratias.
Okay.
Yes, they also had those businesses. It's funny that a lot of those photography businesses in those days were run by mulattoes. You know who the mulattoes, the mixed race.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you remember when we talked about the Holy Trinity?
Yes.
At St. Mary's.
Yeah.
So this is a picture of Bishop Thompson, and he was the Archbishop of Accra.
Okay.
And but in this picture was taken in the
1962.
in England.
England.
But the story of the Holy Trinity is what I try to tell, and is that these young men wrote a petition to the Archbishop of West Africa to have an Anglican church built in Accra.
Okay.
Incidentally, they were all Methodists. They moved from being Methodists to become Anglicans.
Okay.
And that's how the Anglican church was started. I'll share the information with you because it's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. Now,
Okay.
and of course, Holy Trinity is just right
It's
there.
just right here. Oh, we need a shot of Holy Trinity. Oh.
Yeah. But
I actually have old. You remember old pictures of it?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, Barclays Bank, which
Barclays.
is now ABSA.
Yeah.
And originally, I wanted to put this picture on the building, like a big one, like 5 meters by 5 meters, you know, big to show, you know. But it ended up here. But it's okay. But this wall here is not the first time I've done something. When President Macron came, I designed a long banner based on music, sports, boxing, football, and sports.
Okay.
And the banner stayed here for years. And President Macron visited the gym here.
Yeah, the gym.
Yes, he visited that gym here before he left Ghana. So that's just about it.
Thank you.
Robert Kote, who represented Ghana as a high jumper. He was a high jumper, and he was an Olympian. I think he was also a Commonwealth. He also went to the Commonwealth Games. He's a brilliant jumper. And he later on became a general in the army. He was one of the generals who were killed. Yes.
That's him.
Yeah, on the left. On the left. Yes. Robert Kote. And I think his record stood for some time. Incidentally, I think his son also became a high jumper, and his son broke his record. I think so, but I'm not sure. But I'll find out. You know, I'll find out. But this is kind of a sad story, you know, about being shot and all of that. But hey, it's part of our history. So you know, we can't run away from it.
Yeah.
Now, you know, this is so interesting. And I mean, when I found it, I thought the best place for this to be is here.
Yeah.
And the Independence Square without the star.
Yeah.
And then a friend of mine whispered in my ears that the star was actually designed by my friend's father, a good friend of mine who's also like a distant cousin, Awa Babalaji. Mr. Babalaji, he is a structural engineer. So he designed the star that went on top of this building.
Wow.
You know, and I'm going to shout out, you know, Mr. Babalaji. But the story behind this picture is about the bombardment of Accra in Osu. Okay. So of course this thing is also about resistance, you know, about independence movement, the Independence Square, the Independence Arch. And bombardment of Accra happened just there at Christianborg. Yeah. You know, so that's the story behind this picture. It's just to talk about resistance and how we've been resisting for a long time, pre-independence. Right? Pre. Yeah. Resisting for a long time. Now, remember I told you about the themes of my exhibition, the women, and this one interested me. She was also going to the lodge, the Free Gardeners Lodge, Jones Nelson. I have to find out where the family is. But what is interesting is her confidence. You know, she's very poised.
I love her shoes. I like her shoes.
Her shoes, yeah, you could wear those shoes today. You know, she's a very, you know, I don't know, there's a word I'm looking for. You know, she's very
poised.
Yeah, poised.
Well put together.
Yes. And look at her, driving her Mercedes-Benz, going to the lodge. You know, I love this picture so much. You know, there are these clinics that have sprung up there's one in Jamestown, they're called Irene Jones Nelson Clinics. Yeah. So there's one in Jamestown, there's one in Choco, and I'm sure they're the same family. Yeah. Yeah, say. See, I cut the holes in this one because of the wind. Now, do you know where this is?
This is Accra Polo Grounds.
No, 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 no.
The
Turf Club, racecourse.
racecourse, yeah.
Kempinski.
Kempinski, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So the
Racecourse.
Kempinski used to be the Accra racecourse, Turf Club. You know, there is a picture. There's a painting by a European, British man about some of the first races at the Accra. It's an illustration.
Okay.
And you could see the castle at the top and everything. So the race course was a very, very big industry. I mean, people owned horses, you know, the elite.
Yeah.
Elites owned horses, and that's where they went on Saturday to watch races and bet.
Bet, yeah.
Yes. And
our
yes.
old men used to do that.
Yes,
they owned
horses.
They
owned horses.
Yeah, the
Brimers
family.
The Brimers owned horses.
I'm trying to remember some of the horses' names.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had.
It's not like Okwenuku.
Like they have so many names.
Kululukutu.
No challenger.
Efebo Tam no Shukwe. You know, so in the corner house that we went, there used to be stables. One of my uncles was a jockey. Yeah, and he rode at the turf club. He ended up being a doctor, and he William Godson Bruce Kuno, and he really became a doctor. But he was a jockey, and they had stables there. The Agbado house, they were also famous horse owners. They also had stables. Okay. You know, so a lot of Ghana homes had stables. Because a lot of them owned horses. Race horses.
Yeah.
These race horses were bought from abroad. You know, they brought race horses from Europe, to come on.
Accra was like,
But there's a new race course in
Granada.
Boteman,
okay.
Yes. So that's when they moved, they built a new race course in Boteman. And they still race. And you'd be surprised, there are people from the art center who own horses. Yeah. They have business at the art center and they own horses. There are people from, a lot of the horses you see on Labadi Beach, some of them are race horses. So when they are not doing pleasure walks, they go and run on a Saturday. This is your old mosque.
Yeah, our old mosque,
Rollins Park.
This was the mosque.
Makola.
Yeah.
And I hear in this mosque, whatever you wanted, you were given.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of money was changed there as well. You know, but of course.
1896.
Really, that's when it was built?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. And of course, once they left this one, that's when they went to Abosokan, right?
Yeah. No.
No?
They first came to Cowling.
Really?
When this one, yeah. So they turned Cowling's own too.
Into the Central Mosque.
Central Mosque. And
okay, and then they built a Abosokan one, and now they have the big one in Kaukudi.
And then they have the big one in Kaukudi.
That's such a beautiful
So the one in Kaukudi was a compensation.
Okay.
For the demolition of this
one.
mosque.
Okay then.
So in 1986, when it was demolished because of the Kalabule thing and all of that, Rollins, in 1992, you know, Dubois was using it for politics. Hey, you people, if he demolished your mosque, Rollins decided to give us that land.
Okay, to build the one that was okay.
Yeah, no, Kaukudi, the Kanda land.
Okay,
so that was a compensation.
Yeah. That's how long ago it was given.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, they bought these lands from the Ga people, so they owned the lands.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you are going to take it away from them, you needed to
replace
compensate them.
Then.
Yeah.
All right.
So, and Abosokai was also bought.
Okay.
They came together and bought that land to build the mosque. Yeah. This is UTC.
Yes,
Ghana
Commercial Bank,
UTC,
Kantamanto.
Yeah.
You know, and of course, I put this in. I mean, you know, God talks about architecture.
Yeah.
You know? So I put these in also to show how Accra used to be like, how clean and orderly.
So beautiful.
Yes.
See how
clean and orderly Accra was. And how, you know.
The bar shows it was in the 70s.
It was in the 70s.
The trouser he's wearing.
Yeah, omnibus. Hey, Charlie, bell bottoms.
Bell bottoms.
And then that's in 120Y.
Yeah.
You know, if you go here now, you can't walk.
You can't.
Because the whole place is choked.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. From blazing sunlight to the night.
Cool
We've
breeze.
had,
Cool breeze, yes.
I mean, I'm tired. I'm very tired, actually. As you can see, I'm very tired, viewers. But it was all worth it. Accra was so beautiful. The architecture, the planning. I mean, everything in Jamestown was massive. And I think Gamashi ends somewhere around here. So from Gamashi, Jamestown to Usu, we ended up in Usu at the Ghana Club. And we saw these beautiful pictures here again. And the stories have been told to us by Alute. And it's been amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You should do more with us again.
If the money is good, I'll do more.
You see,
this one is free, this one is free. But go and bring some nice money and I'll do more.
And we are
but we'll do, no, seriously, I'd love to. Thank you very much for doing this with me. I hoped I'd met you earlier. We would have done this last year when the exhibition, but you know, and just to tell everyone, the exhibition finished last year. Mr. Bano turned 96 last week, 6 June. So I wish him a happy belated birthday. I've spoken to him. I spoke to him yesterday. He called me yesterday.
Okay.
And I'm sure he's going to see this. Yeah. And the exhibition finished last year, but the exhibition is still ongoing.
Yes.
You know, and the exhibition is not going to end soon.
Never.
The only way the exhibition will end if
Accra is no more.
Oh, Accra is no more, and all these things are stolen. But the idea about this was that they were going to be stolen. So 1 has been stolen, 2 have been stolen. It's part of the plan that they're supposed to be stolen. But we can always replace them.
Yeah.
You know, we can always replace them. And then we can always put newer pictures of the old city and put more pictures. And to remind ourselves of what this city used to look like. Now, you know, when Mr. Bano went back to England last year, anybody he spoke to, he said to them, Alote came for near to mean that I plastered his pictures all over Accra. All over Accra.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Billy.
Thank you.
It's been I didn't know what it was going to be like, but you know, sometimes when you don't know, you just leave it to the spirits, and the spirits make it work. And thanks to your crew, they're very professional. Yes, they're very professional and hardworking. You are very lucky to have this crew.
And then we have Niaye. He drove us.
Yes, Niaye is the best driver.
Yeah.
Niaye, shout out to you.
Hey.
Bra.
Yeah, so viewers, as you can see, like I told you, we are all tired.
Yes.
Alote has been sweating.
Now I'm not sweating.
I've been so tired and like I said,
I see why I sweat. It's because of the heat.
Yeah, it's worth it. And we are really enjoying the cool breeze from the sea behind us. Right behind us there is the Independence Square, and we are on the grounds of the Ghana Club.
Yes.
And we say thank you for being with us, and thank you for enjoying our tour through Jamestown to Usu. Stay tuned.
Okay.
To Metro TV.
Okay then.
Bye.
More than 80% of global trade is carried by sea. Most of the products we consume daily travel through ports, making them a key link in the global supply chain. The Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority is committed to ensuring the enhancement, resilience and sustainability of port infrastructure and maritime trade. Get to know which vessel is bringing your goods, how much duty you are required to pay, and how quickly you can clear your goods from the ports of Ghana. We ask the relevant questions and elicit responses from the appropriate authorities. We interact with you via our social media platforms and put your queries across to the expert. Iron Port shows this and every Sunday live on Metro TV at 5:30 p.m. Iron Port is proudly brought to you by and powered by the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority. Iron Port, transparency in doing business and building nation.
Metro TV, insightful and inspiring moments.
Cette première faute, mon habit qui ne siffle pas. Évidemment, on voit que les Béninois tentent de repartir derrière et de construire, mais pour l'instant, la défense nigériane veille au grain toujours. Un match qui est vraiment physique, beaucoup de contacts, surtout du côté du Nigeria. Les Flying Eagles sont, on le disait avant ce match, ils ont mis un gros impact physique dans le match face au Ghana et on remarque encore ce soir qu'ils sont bien présents, ces Nigérians.
Prince, thanks a long one. But Kevin couldn't control that ball. And this is the third time Kevin, the pass has been given to him and he was not able to control it. I don't understand. Mohamed, trying to search for it. The ball has been taken away from him. But this time around, a counter-attack from the Cheetahs of Benin. He has taken over. Logoda takes on one man, but still handles the ball. What can he do? Still surging forward. Putting their passes together, swinging their passes together. He sends a long one to the far left. Gratien. But to no avail.
That was a very good build-up from the Benin guys. Very, very good build-up. But the cross was poorly done.
Garcia Oudo qui n'a pas réussi à trouver le cadre. Je ne sais pas s'il voulait frapper ou sortir ce ballon pour les Gouda, mais il se loupe complètement sur ce ballon.
Okay. Sadiq, trying to find his way, maneuver his way to the middle, but the ball has been taken away from him. This time around, Luguda, trying to find Kevin, but Kevin still complaining. Okoro and the captain of the side, Bameyi, talking to each other. That there are spaces that we need to close. If not that, we'll be punished by the Cheetahs of Benin. Bameyi sends a long one to the middle, but the ball has been taken over by Baban today. Amoli. But it's a welcome throw-in in favor of Benin. Sulemana with the ball. Sends a long throw-in. Kevin. But the ball has been taken away from Kevin again. This time around, the Nigerians will start, but I can tell you, Idris, can this be the goal? Idris! But the center referee spotted an infringement. And let's see what his decision going to be. The first yellow card of the game. So by the benefit of replay, let's see. Akanyele. And I think that looking at the position of the referee, he had it right.
Yeah, he was closely right there. And I think that it's been a very good decision from the referee. It was just a spot-on one. The Beninois are very dangerous on the counter break. And this is where they will be able to at least find the back of the net first before maybe the Nigerians will rethink and regroup. But I think that they've been tactically disciplined because the Nigerians are having more of the ball. They are superior. They have everything in terms of, in fact, they are incomparable. Nigeria, Benin, no matter the level of the national team's meeting. So I think that they know, but they are playing to instructions given them by their coaches, and I think that so far they are also enjoying themselves in the game.
Ça va être un coup franc dangereux pour les Béninois, les Guépards du Bénin qui ont